I just thought I'll make this video, giving my insight on why players are leaving Path of Exile. And to be honest, I know why players are leaving this game. One, you're gonna ban players that's testing your game. That's pretty much dumb as shit you ever can do. Two, I would sacrifice one of my tunes to try to show some of the dumbest shit in this fucking game. They try to make it like PoE 1, where if you're gonna make a game that's the predecessor to another game that's not dead and pretty much not broken, then I don't know what the fuck they're doing. This company definitely catered to the in-game guys, where I'm a new player, and I'm not a new player to Souls games. But, you know, dying in a game is not, you know, what's making people leave the game. You know, getting mobbed and getting stuck is not what's making players leave the game. The skills of players with their tunes is not what's making players leave the fucking game. To me, what's making players leave the game is nerfs, for one. Nerfs, for one. Even though they know the nerfs are going to come, but I'm not going to spend hours in this video, or a shit ton of time, just to get to a zone to show just how silly this fucking game is. So I showed it in my other videos, so don't go ahead. This is a level 4 character. Alright, we was introduced to, I guess that was chaos damage or whatever.
Sorry, I was just...
But
Please,
I'm just gonna show you.
take your time.
These are your potion bottles, right? That right there is what? 127? Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's put that on, right?
Bye.
And what I'm gonna show is, first I'm gonna show my gear. There's not one piece of gear in this game that gives you bleed resistance to bleed, right? Because it bypasses your armor. Which, again, why players are leaving, the game doesn't make sense. You're gonna hit me with bleed, but I have on armor. Evasion. How can your bleed bypass evasion? Evasion works when it's getting hit from anything, right? But when it does hit, it hits fucking hard. Because you have another layer of anything to reduce it. Saying you have an energy shield doesn't reduce bleed or poison or any physical damage, or any damage. You know, besides if you get element of resistance, but a physical hit, you're gonna eat that a whole brunt force of that shit. So, again, it's nothing that has bleed resistance. It has poison resistance. If you go to the vendor, the first one we're introduced to is chaos. The second is, you can say, poison. This is that give you poison resistance, right? Now, let's say, for instance, we got all right, this game is hard. So they want to come, they go spend their $30, they get on the game, and they're like, they realize the same thing that just about everybody should have realized by now. The game is far from being hard. It's just idiots and dumbass decisions to make a game hard. It doesn't even be hard. How to make the game hard? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna take this for example, right? This game is hard. You know why? You have no potion bottle. You have the only way you can regen health is if you got it on your gear. We're not gonna give you a potion bottle. Just for example. Same thing as with the resistance. We're not gonna give you any resistance for some of the most overpowered shit the enemies have in the game. So we're gonna take away your potion bottle. So now you can't get a health, and we're gonna go in. I'm gonna take this helmet off first though, because I don't want to lose that helmet. I kind of like it. To be honest, let's go ahead and put this in the box. Let's go ahead and put that in, and let's buy another helmet. And I'm gonna show you how ridiculous this fucking game is, and why people is just leaving this shit by the hordes, man. It's like it was fun when it was released, but I never played a hardcore game where your potion bottle wasn't instant, for one. Alright, so that's a level of being hard, right? So, let me see if I can find these little guys. And, so one, I don't have a potion bottle. Alright, here we go. We got a couple of little guys. They should get, I don't know if they spit poison or what, but one of these should spit poison. Alright, they don't do the poison. But it is poison in here, or corruption, or whatever the fuck they want to call it. They're trying to define different shit when it's the same shit. So they say no potion bottle, and I'm getting fucked up. You know, that makes the game hard. No, it doesn't. It makes the game not make fucking sense. That's what that does. Alright, there we go. We got hit with something else. We didn't get the poison. I'm gonna get to the boss and we'll do it, but I'm gonna get my potion bottle back though, just so I can last longer to show it. But I feel like just up there close to the #1 reasons, and oh damn, I ain't put my potion bottle back on. #1 reasons and #2 reasons that I feel people leave the game is because, one, you cater to the 1%, which any gamer know you do that shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. You doing everything in your power to make sure the in-game guys is good, and they don't follow the tree of, all right, you there, you're gonna have to fucking wait. You know, that's old money that we're getting from, you know, players that just love Path to Exile. Biggest problem they got is getting new players into the game. How can I get new players into the game? Don't want to make the game easy, right? But you may have some player that's just like, all right, they never played a hardcore game and they coming in here. All right, bet. But for a hardcore gamer, it's ridiculous. I'm still trying to see if I can get hit this poison. All right, look at the damage this poison does. Look at that shit. I'm just saying, like, draw me a picture of the fucking poison, and we can't say, oh, you're standing in it. There's one particular zone in here that you get introduced to it, and it's so fucking crazy and overpowered. You know what I'm saying? Like, just me walking through this shit. Let's see if I can get it again. Like, let's just look at the fucking poison, man. It's fucking insane. It's insane. Now, beating this guy, yeah, you can beat him. But, like I said, one of the worst zones in here is, I think it's not the Grim Entanglement, but it might be, but it's ridiculous. Is the fact that you playing a game and any Souls player or hardcore player come in this game, come in this game and you play this for the first time, they probably 90% of the time will never return to it. This game is nowhere near being hard. To anybody that's thinking about going to spend that $30, I can truly say it's not worth spending. If you a Dark Souls player, Neo, Ghost of Tsushima, any hardcore Souls like, or anything of the above, you know, it don't got to be Souls like, just any hardcore gamers, right? In the really hard games, and you come into Path to Exile 2, this game is not for you. This game is not for new players. This game is not for hardcore players. This game is made for the players that's been playing it since day one. The PoE. This game is made for PoE 1 players. They can get in here. You won't have any PoE 1 streamers that have been playing since day one and come in here and say any of the things that I'm saying about this game. But I'm not going to juice it up. I'm not going to gas it up. You don't want to be like PoE 1, but you got the PoE potion bottle mechanic. You could have took away that mechanic and just made it so you have potion bottles. Health regen is instant with the potion bottle. You know what I mean? That would make sense. That would give players a chance. Now, imagine this game not giving you any resistances. No fire. Imagine you only can get one resistance and it's cold, right? In their fucking dumbass mind, they would be like, all right, the game is hard. This is the way we want it. And it's like 99% of the players getting this game are going to be like, they're coming from hardcore gamers and people that play Souls, like really hard games. And we'll look at this shit and be like, who the fuck told you, you know, that would make this game hard? That doesn't make the game. It's just a dumbass decision, and it's like, oh, I'm not going to support that, man. So before you come and buy this game, you know, you really need to hear me out on it. Like, the game is far, and I don't think it would never be to the point where it's new player friendly. And I'm a new player. I only played PoE 1 for like maybe 2 or 3 months, maybe about 3 or 4 months before PoE 2 dropped. But PoE 1 is well polished. You can get in PoE 1 and be overpowered. You know? Which I think why a lot of players come to the game, because, oh, you got a game that can be overpowered, but it's truly not like that. They know it's a lot of classes in PoE 1 that's overpowered. Do they nerf them? No. They done with nerfs, right? They just like, fucking have fun. And for people that's coming into PoE 1 late game, it's like, this game is really fun. I can be overpowered. I can walk through the campaign. I can do, you know, the sky's just basically the limit. The PoE 2, you attempt to have any fun, they're going to nerf you. So it's like, well, you supposed to be different from PoE 1. It's PoE 2. The reason I came because, you know, you can be overpowered. Yeah, you can say Rake is overpowered through Act 1. Then basically you could do the leveling of it, but the end game is like, hell no. The fact that you can't get bleed resistance. The fact that you can't get poison resistance. So now it's going to take me to the stash to show how stupid the fucking game is. I mean, I play it. I have fun playing online with other people. As soon as I get another game to play, I would never come back to this. No update, nothing. what made me come back to this game. I understand completely why a lot of players left the game. It's not worth putting all your time, and like, this ain't a game you can come and put 20 minutes in and think you're gonna make it anymore. As a new player, you come in here, you gotta put hours in. Like, that's just to get one tune to the point that you can farm to have gear to make other tunes. No, it's stupid. The fact that, all right, I want to make another tune, that time is never going to change. You got some players that can do it in 30 minutes, but no new players coming in here beating each one of these acts in 30 minutes. No, hell no. Not when they trying to get gear, you know. They know what players look for. The crafting system is shit. I don't know why they didn't just keep the crafting system from PoE 1 and then add to it. That would have made sense. You know, you want to balance out certain stuff, but like I said, they're just all over the fucking place. But anyway, I digress. So you get no poison resistance at all. You get no bleed resistance at all. But what they will give you, you get some chaos resistance, right? So it's like, we can craft all of this on a piece of gear. Say like, I want to put fire, lightning, cold. I want to put everything I can up here as resistance. That don't make the game easy. It just makes sense. I gotta run around this whole zone with no poison rays. Even though I know the next zone I'm going into is going to have poison. So let me switch tunes again, just to show how deadly that shit is. Like, that shit is like instant. So I'm gonna take my witch, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go into one zone. It's crazy. And then when you get hit with the bleed, when you get hit with the poison, when you get combo with all of that, they looking like, oh, we're making the game super difficult for them. No, you're making the game not make sense. You know, if you want your game to be hard, take the time out, play some other games, play some Bloodborne, play some Neo, play some Ghost of Tsushima, play anything that's truly hard. And you wouldn't see none of the dumb shit they have in this one particular game. So, all right, here we go. So we can go here. This is the one zone that has the dumb shit. All right. So we come in this zone, right? You get introduced to this zone, and you're going to hit with poison, aka chaos, or whatever the fuck they want to call it. They should have just put it all in one class, but all right, there we go. We got hit with a little bit right there. They exploded. But I'm gonna show you these guys, because some might be like, all right, here we go, boom. Some be like, oh, don't stand in it. When these dudes beam that shit, they got homing beacons on it. They're gonna connect every single time.
Can oppose me.
I'm level 20 something. When they get to throwing it, that shit is crazy. When they get to fucking throwing that poison, aka, and then they got in there to try to switch up the names on shit, corrosion, whatever. Man, it's fucking poison, bro. At the end of the day, it's fucking poison. And people leave the game. One, they banned people that didn't make sense. And then you get hit with this, like, damn near everybody beaming that shit. And I'm level 22 and I got some shit on. But if this was a fucking level 6 or 7, and then level 22, look what I'm eating with. And they say don't stand in it. They beam that shit, bro. They beam that shit. And it's like the ideology and the stupidity this game development team has is don't stand in it. It's not don't fucking stand in it, bro. They beam that shit. Five enemies all spewing them shits out. No cooldown. No cooldown. Watch. They're gonna spew them shits out. All right. These guys don't do it. But it's just there. Like this shit here, it don't even pop up as say poison or nothing like that. Cause they so fucking lazy on what the fuck they do. Everybody be like, oh, the graphics look good. Man, it's you can look at some good graphics online for free. You know, just make the game make sense. You want to keep players, make the game make sense. And here we go. They go beaming. I'm telling you, you come through here, this is the hardest zone starting off. Not because it's actually a hard zone, because you get hit with poison and the developers know we're not going to give you even poison res. How hard is it to put bleed and poison res on gear? Just saying. They give us this bag, right? How can you capitalize on it as a company when you know the bag is small? Sell a better inventory, sell a bigger inventory bag that people will buy to hold an extra 10 items. They'll spend $10 and get that. That's more farming for gold I can do. You know? I mean, I don't know. I don't have all the answers why people leave this game, but I damn sure am pretty close on it. I done talked to people. Even my little guy that played the game. He stopped playing because it doesn't make sense. And it's crazy because to hear the words of him come out of his mouth and say, Dad, it doesn't make sense. I'm not playing that shit no more. It's not because it's hard. It's just a bunch of stupid shit. It's a bunch of stupid shit, man. The fact that we can get some skills, but it's basically like, to me, never win an AoE area of effect, right?
Microtransactions.
Exactly. Thank you. I mean, ain't gonna lie. I would love to have more inventory space, but I mean, at this point with this fucking game, bro, it's like, I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, I love Path of Exile 1, man, but this shit, I don't know what the fuck this dog doo-doo. I can't even call this dog doo-doo. You know what I mean? This game is so fucking ass on so many levels. It's stupid. If you, like, versus playing this and Call of Duty Warzone with hackers, I'd rather play Call of Duty Warzone with hackers, right? But the amount of time you put into this game, man, is fucking idiotic. Like, nothing they do makes sense. They think because they put out we ban blah, blah, blah amount of accounts. Yeah? You stupid sons of bitches. How many friends did that... All right, put it like this. For every one player, right, that paid the $30 to get this game and do microtransactions, right? They might have 5 other friends that they taught them to get in the game. So if you ban 300 people or 100 people or 50 people, right, with 5 friends per person, that's you just killed your own fucking... You took so much away on a game that I never believed in people being banned. I mean, I believe in people being banned for doing something wrong to other players, hate speech, all that shit like that. You know, yeah, I'm all for that. But testing your game, bro, and they finding exploits, you don't supposed to ban those players, man. Yeah, yo, Jack. Yeah, they did a ban, bro. They banned some players. And I don't give a fuck about other streamers. They can suck a dick, a dead dog's dick. I don't give a fuck about them cunts, man. You know what I mean? But Some of the streamers was already even talking about it. Oh, people are abusing this, abusing. Bro, we basically testing the game. How the fuck are you abusing something, testing a fucking game? And the fact that this development team, this company in general, didn't understand the factor that these people paid money to test your game and you banned them for testing your game. Because they was too fucking lazy to say, you know what, everything they did, we're going to take back what they have. We can't do nothing about what they sold. But instead, you ban them. Like, and with the same principle. For, like I said, I got my son played the game. When my son played, we ran through, and I heard 12-year-olds say, it doesn't make sense. And all I could say to him was look at him and be like, damn, I'm getting hit there with all this stuff. I can't even get no res for it. I can't get nothing for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you come to this one zone right here, this is like a wake up. This is a wake up shot to show you what this whole game is about to be about, right? And it doesn't make, they do not think about shit. We're going to increase the drop rate. Every update they have done was solely for the in-game players. They have not once. It's to the point that if they attempt to do anything for new players, I know I ain't the only streamer, we're going to shit on them. It's too late for that, man. Y'all had the first patch you dropped was nerfs, and they still didn't capitalize on new players. You know, what did I buy in the game? The most I spent was $30 for the game. And probably another 30. So I spent $60 altogether. I would spend more money in a game that makes sense. Call of Duty. Do I buy skins? No, the fuck I don't. I never bought a skin in Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Neo 1, Dark Souls, DLCs. Did I buy them? Fuck yeah, I did. They was worth the money. You know, it's just, how can you the game is like I say, this game is not meant for new players. It's not even looking at the passive tree and be like, oh, wow, I'm overwhelmed. Like I said, I got a 12-year-old that navigated the passive tree. I gave him a little bit of knowledge. The little bit of knowledge I have, I gave to him. He played the game, and it was just like, I'm done with this game, man. You know? And he didn't go, he never played the softcore. He went straight to hardcore. Same thing with my nephew. You know, his buddies. I'm telling them they play. They're like, oh, it's what it is. But it's like, there's a sense of dumb shit in the game. Right? I'm gonna make a tune. I'm just gonna show how stupid this fucking game is. I'm gonna make another tune. If I can, that'll do it. But this is gonna highlight everything wrong. Not everything, but I'm saying majority of the shit wrong with the game. So, let's see. What I'm gonna make? I'm gonna make we're gonna make another ranger, right? Put anything in here. Let me just show the stupid shit. Like, you gotta make it make sense, man. When you got a game that don't make sense, nobody give a fuck about it. I'm not gonna touch it. That was $30. I got $30 worth of gameplay out of it. That's cool. Am I gonna spend more money in this game? No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And all the YouTubers do is just hype the game up on the one-shot builds and shit, where in actuality, you're not doing any of that. You got to go through the leveling first. No, you should have a billion leveling. If you're going to have a build, have a leveling joint. But I'm going to do this real quick just to show how stupid this shit is. The most powerful shit you have in the game should be your skill, right? So we're gonna put this on. We're gonna look at the DPS 9.5, and I'm gonna just keep running until we get another move, which
This is like no sickness I've ever
It
seen.
doesn't make sense. If I'm using the skill gem should be at least 5 times stronger than your base weapon, or whatever you're using. So like I said, the base on this is like 8, maybe 10 DPS or whatever. But I just want to show, once we get this skill gem, it's like, why use it? Why use it? And then one of the developers, one of the bigwigs already said, yeah, they pay attention to certain YouTubers that's dropping shit. And I said this a minute ago. You want builds to stop getting nerfed super fast, stop posting those builds. And then 100% of the time, people that's watching that build, they're never going to be able to achieve that. All right, so here we go. We got our first actual skill gem, right? This should be stronger, at least 5 times stronger than our base skill. They don't understand that for some reason. They don't understand why this doesn't make sense. This is my actual skill. It's just like this. I'm going to box, and we can call this regular boxing. My regular jab, I can daze you up. And we could call this my power punch. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Because this dumbass development team and the CEOs, everybody involved with this fucking game, development-wise, and the bigwigs, don't understand the basic logic and don't even give the shit to me, man. If it's weaker than the base, what the fuck are you giving it to me? And I know a lot of streamers said this before. It doesn't make sense, you stupid motherfucker, man. Every time I take up the level on a special skill, like I said, my power punch is my special skill. So if my regular jab is 11 and it consists of no skill whatsoever, and then my actual shit that consists of some type of form of knowledge and skill is weaker than that. That's just the company trying to force spoon feed a motherfucking infant and other people that, hey, this is just the way it works. No, it doesn't. I've played Dark Souls 3, 1.
Face me.
All right, so that's my base weapon. My special skill,
Storming arrow.
which costs actual mana, should be way stronger than this skill. But then some people say, well, just use that skill. No, that's not the principle. You gotta understand it. What I'm talking about is the game not making sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. I don't think it ever would make sense. As long as they keep looking at the elite 1% that play the game, they don't bother to look at the new players. So, one, they lost a huge audience when they banned people. Two, they never even fucking thought about it. That just shows how stupid the team is. You banned these people. And like I said, even if for every one person that was banned, it had 4 friends on, or 3 friends on, or 2 friends on, they gone. So you're not just banning them. You ban one person, you basically banning 5. So when they say they banned 80 people, you can ban 100, 200, 300 some people. But anyway, that's gonna do it for your boy Rocket, man. I mean, when it comes to Path of Exile 2, and in my eyes, is it worth playing? No. Is it worth $30? Yeah, you get your money worth out of it. Do it eat up a shit ton of your time? Yes, it does. They want you to be on the game. They want you to play the game. Besides the dumbest fucking events they do, and you're looking at the same player that won it every single time. I'm saying, like, who's having fun watching it? If you can see this stupid fat fuck in the Q and A's, oh well, sometimes I masturbate. I wear butt plugs. I identify as them, they, them, whatever. You know, you have the. He seemed like that type of motherfucking person, but they just fucking clueless. Like, you can't be playing your game. You can't be playing your game. I mean, the criticism is there, but god damn it, bro, do something. If everybody say the game is shit because you don't get res for poison, maybe you should put resistance for poison in the game. If everybody say your game is shit because I need 90 billion life potions to survive in a level that's not even there, they're gonna call it a skill issue. There's not one skill issue for any player that's coming from a Souls-like game or a Souls game. They end that game and went New Game Plus hardcore mode and come here. You immediately gonna see the bullshit. You're gonna see it.
Nowhere to run.
The fact that you made, let me see if I can do it again. You made chests that give us skills, but you didn't include the gear. Right? Here we go. I don't know if it's gonna drop again, but you gave us these chests during the leveling, but it don't drop gear. I can just spam this shit. Respawn checkpoint. I can just sit here and spam it. Oh, there's another one. I don't know what it sells for, but you can do it. I don't know if they're gonna patch it or whatever the fuck, but you can sit here and just claim as fucking many as you want. But anyway, that's gonna do it for your boy Rocket Man. Is there nothing I can do to defend this game? Because this is like trying to defend a serial killer that's on camera, got all the DNA connected him to the crime. It's like it's an impossible defense. I can't defend this game. I can't justify spending for anybody else spending $30 in the game. It's like it's not worth it. It's not. It's not. I mean, if you gotta wait for it to release, wait for it to release. It's just not nowhere near worth the hours and your time putting in this game. It's just not. Other than that, that's gonna do it for your boy Rocket Man. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.